Yes, PowerPoint. I don't think I've bound controls for Rfactor 2, so that's good. So, I guess we'll jump into single player first. There are a few people that have a Tatuus server up, but 3 of them apparently aren't working. Typical Rfactor 2 problems. I mean, when you're missing a package, you're missing a package. Serious problems. Yeah, I definitely have the cars now, though. So that's good. How to stream. Let's see. Off. 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 Turn me off. There. Now let's see if it picks up the game. Also, I should pull up the stream so I can see what's happening. And it's right there. Convenient. Mute, 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 mute. There. Good mute timing. 6 watching and only 3 likes. Oh no. So I clicked to launch the game, and now I just have a black screen. Oh, there it goes. Ooh. Yes, steering max left. That's important. Steering right. Might need that. Shift. Might need that. Launch control. Probably won't need launch control. Boost. Won't need that. Let's bind ARBs. I think some of the cars have cockpit adjustable horn. Oh, that's the problem with the G29. The horn button isn't a horn button. Front handbrake, rear handbrake. Traction control. They don't have traction control. Just delete that. How do I delete that? Escape. Oh no, you can't just delete it, can you? Yeah, okay, there. Escape. I don't need traction control or ABS. Chat. T. Yes. Camera. What's the one? Camera change. That one. We'll try that. What's the button I haven't used? Buttons. I don't need those. Seats. Fine. Labels or tab. Have to remember that. LCD mode. I do need that. Formation. Yeah, okay. Okay. Been torque to max. Hashtag G29. Then that all looks good. Okay, back. There. Okay, so there are 6 cars, although 2 of them are the same car. There's the British F3 and then the Asian F3. You can tell because one of them has narrower eyes. Except that would be racist. So then this is the old F3. The F316. This is something else. I have no idea what this is. What is this? PM. That'll be the Pro Mazda, won't it? Yeah. And then USF 17. And then the F4. It'll be interesting to see how the F4 sounds. And I don't know what this one is. Formula Trainer. We'll try that one first. At a track that I've never heard of, Sydney. No. How about a track that I have heard of? Like Atlanta. Kart layout. Why is that down there? Look, there's an Atlanta Motorsports Park here, but then the rest of Atlanta Motorsports Park is up here, even though they're both the same version. Good Rfactor too. Private practice, no. Practice time, yes. Some cars, okay. And they're in the FT50. Should they all be in the FT50? That sounds fine to me. We'll put the F4 in to see if the 50 is slower or not. Strength 100, aggression 20. Mostly cloudy. Oh, that's your only choices. I don't want mostly cloudy. I guess mostly cloudy is... And go. Now see everything catastrophically break. Rfactor 2 has the loading screens that just kind of freeze themselves. So that'll be nice for streaming. I'm CPU encoding. Although I don't think RF2 uses more than 2 cores anyway, so I should be good, but it might completely lag the stream. Non-existent force feedback? I don't know what you're talking about. Mine's always too strong. With the Logitech wheels, I turn everything down to like 0.5, like 50%. And then it isn't just rattling the whole time. Although it still rattles quite a bit. You can edit, is it the player.json? And adjust the, you can set, I think there's 2 main values. You set the Newton meters of your wheel, and the higher you do that, the better it actually works. At lower torques, it tries to like compress the forces weird, like some sort of a gamma. Like an auto LUT or something. And I don't think it works very well. So you want to raise that up to like 3 or 4, regardless of what your wheel actually is, at least. More if you have like a Fanatec wheel or something. And then there's another one for, I think it's called, I don't know what it's called. I think it might be gamma. There's something in that JSON file that you can adjust. Isn't it just so much fun to play Sims? You just get to adjust text files. Are there any servers? Yes. Yeah, there are a few. That's what I'll probably just jump into instead of making my own server. And then there might be like 2 or 3 other people also there. If you go to the server browser and just search Tatuus. No one knows how to say it. I don't think there are any other words with 2 consecutive U's. I don't know of any. Why is there no text-to-speech? I couldn't figure out how to get text-to-speech working. I tried. Obviously, the PS4 is superior to the PC. That's proof. I like how we're still loading 5 minutes later. A loading simulator. Although, to be fair, I put 40 cars on. But most of them are the same car, so that shouldn't take any longer to load. I don't know. Good game. Hopefully there are good trees. Why does it look wet? Yeah, okay, 41. That could explain the load times. Probably the CPU will just die now. 36 visible, that's fine. Okay, now where's what I want? Car-specific force feedback. This is what I do. I literally turn it all the way down. 400, 900 degrees? That's not right. What does it say in the... Here it is, garage. It doesn't. Steering, 410. That's not steering. 400, yeah. So let's see if auto rotation works, because the first time I loaded up PC2, auto rotation didn't work at all. Rear suspension position. Oh, that's in the tuning menu. You can adjust the something. The suspension position. I don't think it's like a length thing like IndyCar or Formula 1 is, where you can adjust the wheelbase. I think it's just heights, which I don't know why you adjust in that menu instead of just as the heights in this menu. Slicks and wets, so that's good. I don't need all the fuel. Let's see if anything works. Hold on, first let's see if the game even works. Okay, this, and then that button is to change car. There. Oh, so you can already see immediately that there are sorting issues with the TCAM and the curbs. That was the same problem. I think that's actually the fault of the track. Because that was the same problem that the Ryzen Yamaha and VIR had. Yeah, I think this is the one that sounds like a two-stroke bike. Oh my goodness, there's the Rfactor 2 AI. Just gas and brake the whole way through a turn. Oh, camera controls. Oh yeah, no mirrors. The tire textures are good though, that's good. It's important to have good tire textures. Even though they're compressed too much. Nice purple and green lines in my tire textures. Okay, let's go back. I'm gonna get to my car. Am I in my car? Okay. So, yeah, wheel rotation works. And we've got a nice map of Hockenheimring on the wheel. Even though that's not where we are. And the car moves. So that's a start. Seat. Always fun in Rfactor 2, you get to find the track. Those mirrors are obnoxiously large. Like, all I can see is mirror. Oh, pin limiter. Okay, where's the virtual there? What I really want to do is turn on the virtual mirror and turn off the cockpit mirrors. Because the cockpit mirrors take your FPS. Although even with 40 cars this is running fine. So I don't know if that's really too much of a problem. Cool. Too much head physics. That's another thing that's set per car in Rfactor 2 that shouldn't be how much the head moves. Because everybody has to do an update at some point to fix that. Because the first values they set were always wrong for everything else. Yeah, that's insane. It's like he has no neck. I'm gonna have to turn that down. I mean, it drives fine. Even in the default setup. A little bit understeer. But it's not like it has no grip. On the brakes and stuff, you can still feel it moving around. Cool. Yeah, it doesn't sound very good, but the car probably doesn't sound very good to begin with in real life. Yeah, it feels pretty stable. I guess for a trainer is kind of unusual in Sims. I don't think I've locked up the brakes yet though. Cool, AI. Let's see if we can lock up the brakes up the hill. See what happens. Cool. Or just break the wheel. Yeah, the brakes don't really seem to lock up. I guess that's good. The bias might just be too far forward, so. Another problem with Rfactor 2 is the car tire sounds are all over the place. Okay, we are way faster than this guy. That must be the F4.
14.56.
I'm not a fan of the little windscreen texture thing. I don't really see how that would get scratches and stuff on it. So I don't know why they did that. Yeah, it seems like you can just mash the brake all the way. It does rotate a bit coming off the brakes. So it is really fun to drive. I think these might have the new materials, but I don't know if they're implemented yet in the game build. The PBR. It doesn't seem like it wants to spin the tires. Yeah, like the diff is set quite conservatively, almost open. Yeah, see there, you can get it to rotate on the off of the brakes. But then getting back on the power, even in first gear, you just floor it, nothing really happens. The sound is kind of boring though. Although the reflections are not too bad. Usually Rfactor just has crap for reflections. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Nice. Good AI. Ooh, can we spin it? We can. So that's good. The dash appears to be mostly working, which is better than the Corvette and the Porsche. Okay, so how do you see which cars the AI are in? Well, 112, 113, and then 115. So I guess the FT50 is faster, and then all these would be the F4. Maybe they just haven't figured out their way around yet. Nice shadows. Yeah. So it's working. Let's see if we can go online. Which requires you to exit the game. Of course it does. I mean, how else would you design a game? Let's see, server browser, WAN, Tatuus, public, not full, has players. Oh, good. There are 2 servers. One with 13 players. Oh man, that's almost everybody that's on Rfactor 2. Yeah, so I'm gonna join that one if I can. It's called Devin Makes Tatuus at Tobin Long. You ever just have a long Tobin? And package not available? Nope, package is available. Perfect. Try out the PM, the Pro Mazda. The Pro Mazda in iRacing sounds pretty much just like a chainsaw. Which is either good or bad if you like chainsaws. We'll do that though. PM18. What's a good color? Black. The liveries are kind of boring, I'll be honest. Tuning. Which then loads the showroom, which takes 10 minutes. I'm assuming that you can even see this. Pickup position, descriptions. Yeah, okay, so this is what this is. So this is actual suspension adjustment, anti-squat, anti-lift. Roll center. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. That'll completely change how it drives. We'll just stick with the default for now. This should load pretty fast. I've driven this track before. We'll see the, I think this is the first time I've actually been in a public server for Rfactor 2. So we'll see what the public server quality is. Maybe it won't load quickly. It went 3/4 of the way and then just stopped. Oh, nope, here we go. Party music playing in the background. Oh, it's still loading, okay. Gasper, you're in the server? What's your name? Say your name. Devin is in the server. That's good. 14. You're not in the server. Okay, so what green is same? No, white. Green and white. White is same class? Is everybody in the same class? Okay, what's this? 20 liters, 400 degrees 2, 20% power, 5%. Oh, there it is. Gasper's entered the race. Wing A6. Okay, yeah, so that's cool. These are the same numbers as the iRacing one. Which means they might have put a little bit of effort into it. That's good. Right height, toe, anti-roll bar. Oh, okay, yeah, so they've got the same. That's cool. Angle, blade, and rates. And then rear suspension. That's what you can adjust in the... Yeah, those are the same as what you adjust in the tuning menu. But you can do it in the garage, too. So that's cool, if that matters. Slicks and wets? Yes. Well, that's not too bad. Better than some of the paid DLC, am I right? Okay, what's this sound like? Yeah, I'm not impressed. It has enough steering lock to get out of the pits now. Oh, we didn't change the head physics. Yeah, it's quite a bit understeery in the default. I think that's the overall theme they're going for, Studio 397 with the high sidebars. Oh, nice hitbox detection. Ooh, yep, now I'm stuck. Well, that was successful. I still like the tire textures though. Good job. Try again. That was weird. Like I hit the back end. I don't know what happened. Dash, oh, okay, no. You can't switch the dash pages. I think the gearing might be a bit short. Also, I don't think I've ever driven this layout of the track. Is this just like empty farmland? And there's a random racetrack. Presumably there's a track map on it somewhere. Ping. That's important. Let's see. We just go through here. Is it this game, or is that AMS that you can adjust the HUD from the... Yeah, that's AMS. Okay, so no track map. Who needs a track map? This doesn't drive at all like the iRacing one. I think it's supposed to be a few years newer. But it's completely different. It doesn't even feel like remotely the same car. It has that same slight understeer. The diff seems a bit more locked by default. But overall, it's really easy to drive. Which is a nice change from a lot of older Rfactor 2 content. Yeah, too much understeer. Hopefully damage is off. Ah, he did the same thing. The iRacing Pro Mazda. And maybe they are just completely different cars. This is the 2018, I think the iRacing one is the 2013? But even still, the dampers and the tires just feel completely different. Although the iRacing dampers are all set up wrong by default. Yeah, so the car was broken. That's a good way to test it.
3.77.
Is that really your idea of sounding better than an F1 car? Let's see, where is Gasper? There's Gasper. We will watch Gasper spin. Oh, does he go off on every corner? I think he does. Ooh, nice shiny car though. Yeah, it's got a little bit of metallic to it. Nice. This might be the new materials then. Literally publicly shaming him. Look at all those wang positions. I don't think he's driven this track. Okay, it must be the inside rear tire. it hits the column. Why is the car still broken? I just went to the pits. How do you unbrake your car? Maybe we have to actually just pit and fix it. How do you pit? You can adjust the small oversight binding controls. You can't go through the menu. So what buttons are those? Track, it should be in display. City up, yeah, up arrow. There we go. It should still fix it when you go to the garage. I don't see why it wouldn't. Okay, but now we can adjust. No tires, damage, NA. Okay, so I guess I fixed it this time. We can adjust the wing. Rear we want less wing. Yeah, it's fixed now. This track is confusing. Your mom is confusing. If only you had a track map that you could see where to go. Wait. Rfactor 2 thinks you don't need that. Oh, I did the same thing. Are you kidding me? Oh good, now the car's broken again. Repair body, do repair. Oh, it doesn't turn right now. Oh. It just locked up. So how do you get to the pits? That's the question. Seriously broken the car. Oh. The pits should be here. Okay, where's my pit limiter button? Peak pit entrance strats. Boxes right there. I hate that. Does that count? I don't think that counts. There, that counts. Your donation is the biggest. Oh, yeah. Did I bind a horn button? I didn't bind a horn button. Bind a view button. No, he was beeping because my pit box is right in front of his garage. Nice. What? Did I not set a horn button? Oh, there we go. Nope, the car is still broken. Is this reverse road lane? I mean, I guess it could be. It's not really at all, but if you want it to be. I think this is just a fictional track. Front way. Oh, okay, so you only adjust the front way in the pits, not the rear. Could stutter every time somebody loads in. Let's do front. A stiffer bar. Let's try that. We'll leave the pits without hitting the column. Race Sim Studio. Rfactor 2 does have the best horns. The reverb surfaces around the track are set up a lot nicer than mostly anything in AC. AC can do it, but nobody makes their track that way. Oh, always forget about that corner. Yeah, and then slightly getting in the gas just blows the wing off the car. So where is the diff? Power 20%. 20%? Okay. Maybe I just suck. Let's try... Let's try stuttering every time someone joins the race. That's a lot of stuttering. Gasper's left the race. Gasper's entered the race. Let's try, what is it, from getting back on the throttle. Rear bump. Oh, more? Are those supposed to be minus clicks or plus clicks? They don't say the minus clicks. Is the adjustment backwards? Let's find out. There. Nice. Just try to cover some of the wing. Wang. Yeah, so that's stiffer at the rear. Okay, so plus and minus is the same. They're just negative clicks, but it doesn't tell you they're negative clicks. Good UI. So ideally we'd want to not have maximum rear bump. But the adjustment range is rather slim anyways. It's not too much of a problem. Let's see what our lap times end up compared to Gasper. Oh, I think he switched cars. What are you doing? Joining the track and immediately slowing down. Forget about this one. Ooh. Yeah, too much rear bump for that one. I think the sounds in general are better than... not the engine sounds, but the way they're mixed in the game. The gear noises and the transmission noises are better than even some of the paid DLC. Ooh! Dead. We didn't make it around. I mean, generally the car drives fine though. It's different than the, the FT50, but not by much. Which was one of my complaints with most of the content in Rfactor 2 before switching to 397. Is that there was no general feel. aren't set up consistently. But these definitely are, just to approach them. Assuming that the rest are like the two that I've tried so far. Casper's left the race. Casper's entered the race. Okay, so I've got a bloody lap time. Go, go, go. And then not spin on this corner. Sound good? Sounds good. Oh. Extreme freeze because someone has entered the race. Good Rfactor too. There used to be an option to, what was it, to load temporary textures, and then it wouldn't freeze like that. How most games do it, AC and Race Room, is you just load all of the cars available for the server at the same time, and they just stay somewhere way off track until someone joins. And then it just teleports them to the garage or wherever they're supposed to be. But Rfactor 2 actually doesn't load the car unless someone joins it. Yeah, see there, that's the temporary texture. Random people just drag around boxes. Cool. Which doesn't really explain why it freezes like that though. Because the whole point of loading them like that is so that it doesn't freeze. Whatever. Broken game. Oh my goodness. I need 4-way adjustable shocks. I hit escape. I don't know what's happening now. Yeah, only 2-way adjustable is not really good for this track. Let's try a different car. Let's make everyone else stutter. Hello. Good game. We'll just wait 10 minutes. Refresh. Yeah, I don't think this is working. Casper, how did you change cars? Yeah, that's just game settings. You just exit all the way out, I guess. Good game. Good UI. And then rejoin. If this still doesn't, okay, there. I was gonna say, if this still doesn't come up with a car list, then I'm just rage quitting. MSV, yeah, so the 2016 F3. So this will be more like the faster of the Delaras, the old F3 mod for AC. Whereas the two other F3s, the Asian and the British F3 one, will be like the RSS F3, the brand new one with the halo. There, I posted it in communist content. I like how when it's first loading in, the Corvette pace car is just sitting in the middle of the track. Okay, so this... yeah. Actually, it'd be interesting to see if the same sort of bass setup is in this as the ones in AC. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, no. Although we should just try it on default, maybe it's completely different. Yeah, this is the same chassis adjustments, slicks and wets, 50-50 brake bias. Okay. Seat, 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 seat. Pillar. Don't hit the tire, the pillar. Honestly, they all sound the same to me. And it's not really in a good way. Ooh, the brakes work a lot better on this. Although I guess we're not going as fast. Although this should be just as fast as the Pro Mazda. I don't know. Another Rfactor 2 problem. The sound doesn't tell you when you're near the limiter. Oof. Yeah, you can hear right there a little bit of gear noise. You don't get that in the paid DLC cars. So I guess they've changed the way they do that now. .50 rear brake bias seems like a lot for how understeery the car is the rest of the time. Also, it's really easy to lock this one, which is the opposite from the AC mod. Dead. Complains about how understeery it is. Then immediately spins off. Now we're in the wingless F3. Stop requested, repair. Okay. And now we're not in the last bit box. How to find your bit box. There. 14 seconds to change the wing. Seems kind of quick. Is that it? Am I... going? I think the car might still be broken. Speeding? It was not speeding. Is it a stop and go? It's not yet stop and go, not a drive through. We can stop and go. Ooh. I don't see how you'd end up in Rfactor 2 if you weren't like already a crazy sim addict. No, yeah, I did lose the front wing, but it should be back on. It's not driving like it has no front wing. The pit stop should have fixed it. Hashtag Formula 1. Just change the wing in the pit stop. We have to pit again anyways. Yeah, it says damage NA this time. That should be for body only, but it doesn't feel like there's any suspension damage. It's mod speed. What's the speed limit? Yeah, the speed limit's 100. Oh, I missed. No, that counts. 10 second. We're going. Nice. Go, go. There. How to serve a drive-through on Rfactor 2. Professional drive-through sim. Apart from the brakes, I think overall it kind of does drive a lot like the F317 from AC with the default setup. Which I guess makes sense because both the mod and this were made. Oh, that was my fault. I just understeered. Wasn't expecting it to understeer so much. Yeah, both the mod and this would have been made working with Tatuus. So I guess if they had any sort of telemetry or whatever, they would have ended up at something like this. Something quite similar. The only real thing with the AC mod being as old as it is the tires. They're V10, but it's just knowing the right values to put in. Because if you just base it off of Kunos slope curves and sensitivities, then the tires don't actually end up like actual tires would. Ooh! Yeah, 50 brake bias is too much. Oh! Yep, it went right for me. Yeah, there's no way it should just lose it on the back like that. I almost had it too. All the double T-cam. Yeah, I think it was just the fast damping. I just bumped too much. And let's see if this works. I don't see why this wouldn't work. Just changing a car. That must be something with my game. Yeah, this just shows nothing. Unless it's some kind of server setting. Yeah, there's nothing to click. Okay, exit and rejoin. Sounds great. You can't hear me over the engine. Yes, you can. Shut up. There, I'll turn it down. Yeah, if any of you want to join, the server's called Devin Makes Tatuus It's just a public lobby. Should we do the F4 next? I mean, I have a feeling they're all going to be quite similar. We'll do the F4 and then the new F3. And then I haven't tried the USF17, but I assume it's just like the Pro Mazda. The, what is it? Yeah, the USF is the lowest tier on the road to Indy, and then it's the Pro Mazda is second up from that, like F4, F3, F2, F1, but for IndyCar. It's USF, and then Pro Mazda, and then Indy Lights. And again, we load with the Corvette sitting sideways in the middle of the track while we're causing everyone to lag. I mean, there's plenty of people in the server. What, 14, 18? So I guess that's not bad. Launching free content gets people in the server. Who would know? Who would have guessed? Okay, so what's this one? F4. Lang. 250k? This car won't do 250k. I don't believe that. Yeah, the same, so you can adjust the rear suspension, slicks and wets, 55 brake bias. The hands look too small. This is the one that sounds like a two-stroke. I get what you're saying when you first load up. Yeah, is this one an F4 Tatuus is supposed to sound like? Ooh, this one has less understeer. That's interesting. Yeah, the default setup on this is quite different. Ooh, and you can't lock the brakes. Which is, I guess, how they all should be, but the last one wasn't. I think this is my favorite handling one so far. Apart from the fact that it's so slow. Yeah, it's still a little bit of understeer, but over the bumps and stuff, there's some rotation. The dampers are set up a lot better. Yeah, I don't think the aero on this is as height sensitive as the others, so that makes it more forgiving. Yeah, this is the best handling one with the default setup. This could be quite fun to do races with. Yeah, that's full brake right there, and it's not even hinting at locking up. Maybe we could increase the brake pressure. Especially if it's a 55 front balance. Yeah, that's cool. You can get a little bit of slip with it even at high speeds. This is fantastic. The FT50 was fine, but it was kind of boring. This could be more fun. I'd say this would be my absolute favorite. Then I think the Pro Mazda with some setup tweaks, and then the FT50. Although I hope my absolute favorite ends up being the newer F3, the Halo car. Just because of how much faster it's supposed to be. Yeah, that one. I actually think this sound is more interesting than the other ones, too. There's more grit to it. But again, the common complaint that I have is that when you get near the limiter, the sound doesn't really tell you. Like, it doesn't sound like you need to shift, you just have to get used to. You just have to get used to what it actually does sound like. Whereas you get some cars that just sound like they're going to explode or whatever, or you can hear the power kind of fall off. This doesn't have that. Still sounds better than the AC one. Yeah, there it is. Some liftoff. Mid-corner. So if you want it to rotate, you can still get it to. But it's not unpredictable or scary in any way. Minor Trackhat. So what's that time? 133? 132.8. Like how he just continues talking 10 minutes after the freeze. 132.8. I'm assuming that white is same class. Is that? Tim, what are you driving? No, Tim has a Halo. So I don't know what white and green is. Laps. Yeah, I don't know. Let's again try to change car. Let's use the car select button this time. Has that been there the whole time? Yeah, so this is the new F3. WSK is the British one. And then this is the Asian F3. Which is obviously better in every way. Oh, okay, so that's what the little stutter is. Left the race and then entered the race. Is green on track? Ah, okay. Yes. That makes sense. Why would you know that? Non-adjustable, yet it's white and you have buttons. How does that work? Slicks and wets? Yeah, for all of them. So that's cool. Thong car. They all have the same dash, which is kind of race roomy. Although the wheel has the Tatuus logo on it, maybe they do all come with the same dash in spec form. The same wheel. Okay, yeah, so the brakes do feel a lot like the new AC one. But overall, I think this is slower. The AC one was made with testing data for 2019 though. So if this is the 2018 one, maybe that's correct. This doesn't have as much power as the AC one. But it does feel quite similar. I think the default setup is not going to work for most people on this. It's just too bumpy. But again, that's probably just from the aero sensitivity. It's not pronounced Tatuus. I have no idea how it's pronounced. I don't even know what country they're from. Are they Italian? It's so bumpy, it's hard to have any confidence. I guess that depends on track too, because they wouldn't really race it most of these bumpier tracks. I think they race primarily on like grade A and grade B surfaces. I just died because it was afraid of me. This definitely needs some setup tweaking. But the AC one did too. It'd be interesting to see if just copying the same setup gets nearly the same results. It's hard to tell if this one has a better sound than the F4. It's different. This one's got like that same grittiness to it that I liked about the F4. But again, it sounds kind of dead, kind of flat. Like you're not actually getting to 100% throttle or something. Which is like most Rfactor 2 cars, but the GT3 DLC as a whole, and the endurance pack and stuff, don't have that problem. whereas this, the sound just seems kind of lifeless. Yeah, the aero is definitely why it's so bumpy. Because then you're more stable at higher speeds. Because it keeps the wings at the optimum angle and height. As you can see, going over that hill, we have a little bit more understeer, and that'll be because the front wing comes up too high. So the dampers and stuff will be tuned to pretty much try to keep it level. So that you don't just completely lose your aero or stall over just bumps and stuff at medium speed. Nice pink card. This should have DRS, right? Did I bind that? I should have done that. Oh. Just park. Let's see what camera. Oh, here. No. That's the DRS. No. That's the DRS button? No. What is the DRS button? I don't know what button that's at. Yeah, I have no idea. So maybe it says something, maybe there's just no animation when it says dash. I have no idea how DRS works in Rfactor 2. Let's just check. Let's check by freezing the game. Sounds good. Controls. Oh, is there no DRS? Front flap, rear flap. Maybe there literally is no DRS. Let's try that. Rear flap, front flap. Yes, over right. Front flap. Over right. Devices. No. Miss. No DRS. Does Rfactor 2 not have DRS then? Ooh. Yeah, no, those don't do anything either. Interesting. I think I would still say that the F4 is going to be the one to go for most races. But for any sort of more serious prepared thing, this car could be a lot of fun too. Yeah, I have no real complaints about the physics. And I guess having the same dash for each of them is a plus. That way they can get the actual numbers working. And no traction lights. Okay, who's behind us? setup going on. Unless the British car is faster than the Asian F1 one. Ooh. That was all my fault. Car on your left. Does Rfactor 2 have a spotter that actually says useful things? Spotter details high. Full. Let's get the other car. British car. I hate arms. Get over it. My arms are amazing. Not having DRS kind of sucks though. What did I unbind to do flaps? Yes. 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 Okay, so this is... Yeah, this is the same. Should be the same. Although I'm looking down. Why am I looking down? Tires? Maybe it's not the same at all. It doesn't feel the same. But it could just be cold tires. Mr. Cold Tires. This is not the same at all. You have to turn the wheel like 3 times as far in this car, and it's just got more understeer. I think it's about the same power, but the suspension feels completely different. How is it a sim with the grass? I know, no 3D grass in Rfactor 2. You have like 3D corn and animated windmills. But no 3D grass. Yeah, this isn't the same car. The Asian one feels a lot faster. We'll have to check speeds. I wasn't paying attention when I was doing it in the other car. But like here, we're at 210 before braking. And I think we were going faster than that in the other one. I hope so. Otherwise, I'm just an idiot. would say you should pick this one over the Asia one if you don't know how to drive open wheel cars. This one's a little bit more understeer, and it's a little bit more stable. So you're not going to get in trouble as easily if you do something wrong. But then, of course, the experienced driver says that you should have a car that's easy to turn. That way, when you come into corners like these, you don't have to just stop before the corner and then slowly ride your way through. You can slow down while you're entering. You can't do that in this car. It'll just go way wide. Will I do any AMS? No. I don't know. I probably won't. I might do ACC. Will I do any DCS? No. If I do DCS, it'll just be binding the controls for an hour and a half and then quitting. Love to bind controls. Bindage. Oh, what's really interesting watching me drive, if you're used to just a single screen with the head tracking, is how much the halo doesn't matter. Which is why it's fine in real life. Because the halo is rarely ever in the way. Like, you literally don't notice it if you can look around. The only real issue is coming into a braking zone if you're right behind somebody. And if you had actual proper VR or 6 degrees of freedom, then you could just move your head to the side and kind of look around it. But I don't have mine set up like that. But even still, you can tell the halo really isn't ever in the way. That's one of the main differences between this one and the Asian one, is how early you have to go into those corners because of the understeer. And then that one you practically have to lift for to get it to make it. They'd probably be more similar with some setup changes. But as it is, this one should be more approachable if you're a pleb. So the only one left is the USF. Which should be slower than the Pro Mazda, but faster than the F4, I would think. Oh, that's the order they're in. Yeah, okay. Slowest is FT50. Right? Or are they just alphabetical? Yeah, I think they're in order of slowest to fastest. MSV and Pro Mazda might be pretty close, though. So this will be the first feeder series for IndyCar. Basically a newer version of the USF 2000 that's already in the game. Slicks Road. What does Slicks Road mean? Are they treaded? They shouldn't be. Is that to distinguish? Yeah, no, yeah, they're not treaded. Distinguish between Slicks Road and Slicks Off-Road. This one sounds more like the AC Tatuus. And has a little bit more rotation to it. This drives more like the Asian F3. Although it's not as aero sensitive. And obviously it's a lot slower. Yeah, but you can see like that corner, we're kind of drifting it all the way around. And how much later the entrance is. The cars are really good. I haven't had any problems with them yet. Like any major issues. They feel great. They're not scary. The materials are all good quality. They're modeled well. And they drive nice. My only real complaint is that they sound like RF2 engine sounds, which are kind of bland to me. I don't know, some people like them. They're better than a lot of the default sounds in other sims. But like the GT3 and GTE sounds were really, I think, the best in all of sim racing, and then this isn't what I would say the best sound would be. But I guess you have to keep in mind that the real cars of these would not sound that interesting anyways. The cars do all drive slightly different, but a lot of them are similar. I'd say this one, the USF, and then the Asian F3 kind of stand out as being a faster default setup. But you can see that in the higher speed corners, there's still plenty of understeer. It's really easy to drive. Sounds like the AC one, yeah. Yeah, even though this isn't the same car, this sounds more like the AC F3 than the one that's supposed to be the same car. Although I guess this is a cross between the F4 and the F3, the old F3 and AC. Sound-wise. Yeah, you can just see how much later we can go into that left-hander compared to the last car. Just the difference in default setup. amounts of understeer there. It's not skittish over bumps, though. Maybe it has slightly more understeer over bumps than it should, but, you know, I mean, default setup. A lot of the GT3 default setups were really understeery. So that might just be the vibe they're going for now, as compared to a lot of the older RF2 cars. How they're nearly undrivable with cold tires. For free cars, these are really good, though. They're definitely on the level of quality as the paid DLC ones. And it's good to have kind of a full fleet of open-wheel cars now in Rfactor 2 that aren't 10 years old, like ISI cars. I don't think they're... I think the F2 is still the Marussia. It's still a really old car, but we have the McLaren open wheels. We have all of these now. Yeah, this car could get a lot faster with some setup tweaks. More diff locking. More rearward aero balance. And then maybe stiffen the front dampers. What would be really interesting is to try these in the wet and see if they still have the gearbox problem that most of the other RF2 cars do, where basically anytime you downshift in the wet, the rears just light up. This is really fun to drive, though. Yep, okay, let's go try them in the wet. which requires exiting the game. Of course it does. When I tried the, that was one thing with the Ryzen cars that was really bothersome. Was that if you tried any of them in the wet, which is kind of the whole reason you'd buy them in Rfactor 2, to have the Rfactor 2 features. If you try to drive them in the wet, they were just pretty much undrivable. Because of the way the gearbox physics works. There's no drivetrain damping or anything. So it's just instant torque, transient every time you shift. We'll keep the same car. We'll go to Silverstone. The full layout. No. The international layout, and then let's make it rain. And turn the AI down. How do you make it rain? Sunny, overcast, raining, mostly cloudy, raining the whole time, rain chance. A lot. There. That should get us some wet. What could help too is if we got more setup presets. Because like in ACC and stuff, you know, you'll have the aggressive preset and then the wet preset. And in Rfactor 2, if you don't know what you're doing, and you don't adjust the car for the wet, then you'll have even more problems. Transient torque. Loading simulator. Northamptonshire. I don't understand UK names. Love places. Everything's a shire. Except the things that aren't. That doesn't look like rain. Just saying. It's supposed to be raining. Is it not raining? It's definitely not raining. Hello? Rain? I mean, I definitely hit 95% chance. How do I can't change it here, can I? That's not what I want. Add AI, save railroad. Maybe let's restart. Hey! I found the rain. Here comes the rain. Oh, we already drove the car. Okay, wet setup. So, oh, okay, it's a completely open diff to begin with. That's fine. We want some rear toe in. Less rear roll bar. What's our spring rate? Yeah, one less spring rate. And then less on the shocks, which is a higher number. Because they're minus clicks, but they're not. Wet tires. A lot less camber. And brake forward. It never rains in England. That is correct. Ooh, it does have the good materials. Car is wet. And we have wet tires, and the textures look great. Again, the reflections are a little slow. That's my only graphics complaint so far. All that and the road texture, completely blank. Now the AI are on 100, which should mean that they're way faster than I can go in the wet. Let's get the HUD up, where it says how wet is wet. Oh, we're going this way. Already forgot. There it is. Rain 60%, track 6% to 50. Yes. There is the wet. Ooh, the cars are shiny. Good material system. There we go. Okay, so there we're easily locking at like half brake. And that shouldn't even be one of the wetter parts of the track. It still slows down well. You just can't use most of the brake. We might actually turn the brake pressure down. Or just double shift. I might just be able to learn it though. Let's see, how fast is this? Yeah, see these kind of conditions are where the default setup makes more sense. This is just a general, more stable tendency towards understeer. Makes it a lot easier to drive in the wet. I thought he was going to pass there. Yeah, and the materials look great. The cars are too reflective, like they are normally in RF2, but it doesn't look like an old mod. And you can see his rain lights are on, flashing. That's a nice touch. And they are giving it a slight drift. Yeah, that's kind of fun on the higher speed corners. You just give it more throttle to get it to rotate a little bit. I'm still pressing the brake too much. Ooh. It doesn't have any gearbox problems though, so that's good to see. I just can't drive. That I just lost it over the big bump. I was still putting the power down. But shifting isn't an issue at all. Downshifting is fine. So it'll be interesting to see if what they did here can be put into the Ryzen cars. So I know they still have one more update to bring the other versions of Imola. The tracks are really getting wet now, that's cool. Booked by Cool and Deadly. Jump. Randy Pitchford? I don't know who that is. What's cool about Silverstone and Rfactor 2 is even though the textures aren't great, it has all the rain features. And the materials are all set right too. So you can see all the spots where they drew in the puddling. Just how the water collects are all there on Silverstone. Which is actually one of the benefits of Rfactor 2 is that the pooling of the rain has to be set manually, has to be drawn in. You make like a rain map for the track. Whereas in Project Cars 2, it's just dynamic based on the geometry. And so what you see in Project Cars 2 is like stupid, silly spots that don't get wet in real life, that end up puddling in Project Cars 2. Which isn't helped by the fact that the puddles in Project Cars 2 are ridiculous. I think in ACC it's kind of a combination. It's not all just drawn manually, but it isn't strictly based on track geometry and some kind of fluid simulation or whatever. Because you still do get a couple of spots in ACC that get wet where they shouldn't be. Where you get puddles, like in Spa. Where is it in Spa? Going up to, yeah, the right-hander before Kemmel Straight. In ACC, you get massive puddles. And it doesn't really make sense for there to be puddles there. And if you watch the real races there's no water buildup there either. So either somebody wasn't doing their job well, or part of it is automated. I think I have a Spa mod for this game. We could try that, see if it has good wet features. But yeah, these drive really good in the wet. Exactly how you'd expect. Obviously, I have much real-life experience driving open-wheel cars in the wet at Silverstone, so I would know. Ooh, there, okay. On that shift, if you stay in the power first to second, you get a little bit of rotation. Now that the track's getting even wetter. It's not complete overkill, though. It's still fairly reasonable what you'd expect. Oh yeah, the tires look great. Squares on the other side of the curbs when they get the water reflection. Basically just looks transparent. I don't think that was a particularly steep angle though. What's really interesting is that the AI on 100 aren't just completely pulling away. Usually they do in the wet. But I think I'm actually gaining on this guy a little bit. Yeah, see that shift was a little bit, but the inside wheel was on the curb. And I actually tried to put down a little bit more power as I went into second, so. It wasn't an instant death spin. Might be slightly gaining. This looks like a closer distance than the last time we came into this turn. So they must have done something differently with these cars. Usually, because the AI run on an Rfactor 1 tire model, usually in the wet, anything that has a dedicated rain tire usually have problems with the AI being way too fast, because obviously Rfactor 1 didn't have native rain. So there's something kind of fishy going on there. But in these, it's working well. Yeah, and the materials look great. Oh, he's going defensive. That's a cool move. Oh, that's not. Oh yeah, and we're going wide. We came out of the groove. And then we're getting punted. So there was almost hope for the AI there. But then he moved back over. Then the one behind wasn't able to avoid us. Now I'm just having fun driving in the wet. Drift mode. I think it's a little bit too wet now. It's literally like driving on ice now. Too bad there's no plugin to get the AI to drift. You could just do a wet drift competition. Ooh. The signature Will Marsh track cut. That was in the, when was that? That was his Primera race. Yeah, the materials look really good on this. Yeah, he just cut back over right into me. Stupid move. At Dom GTR. Yeah, and then he just wasn't able to avoid us. Which car was that? That's too far. Oh, come on. How do you this one. Yeah, he comes all the way back inside and then just drifts out. Yeah, they just can't look ahead in anticipation. Let's try a different car. Let's try the Pro Mazda, not a blue one, at Spa. If I have the Spa. I thought I did. I've installed a Spa before for Rfactor 2. Tons of Formula E tracks. That's useful. Maybe I don't have it. Oh, there it is. Circuit to Spa. It's raining. Raining. Lots of rain. 2:30 p.m. 26 cars. Let's go with more cars. So this is the version from, what is it, from that one forum where all the Rfactor 2 mods are. Yeah, I don't remember what it's called. Basically, if you Google Rfactor 2 Spa, this should be somewhere on the first page. Although, interestingly, you'll see it has DRS zones, which means that Rfactor 2 must have DRS. So where's the button? Where is the button, huh? Loading simulator. It is raining. That's good. Yeah, I can remember. No, it didn't. It didn't remember. Okay, garage. Power down. Wheel down. Everything should be fine. Rear. Less stiff. Less toe. Softer bar. Yes, yes, yes. More front weight. Wet tires. Less camber. Less brake. This is not running well. Let's see if we get out of the pits if that fixes it. We're up 55, that's really 60, 70, yeah, okay. Although, what is that head movement? That's not something you can change per track, is it? I will admit the rain light doesn't look that great, the glare from it. So this version of Spa is not laser scanned. This might be more like the AMS version. probably the same source. Yeah, this drives fine in the rain too. No issues here. .60 FPS this time by, which isn't great, but it's not 30 like it was coming out of the pits. And then back down to 60 through here. Ooh. Yeah, that part of the track is just way too bumpy, I think. Physics, stabilized horizon. We'll try medium horizon. They sound like bees. Reflections just pop in. Nice. Yeah, that part of the track is just way too bumpy. I don't know what's going on there. Somehow the AI are fine. That was close. I mean, like, look at this. Some of this looks really good. I mean, granted, this is a mod track, so the trees are slightly better than first party stuff. But I think just a few texture tweaks. Like the arm coat here is just oversaturated, but the reflections and the lighting and the rain effects and stuff all look great, apart from the pop-in. And yet you have other content in Rfactor 2 that just looks like it's 10 years old. That. Yeah, this might now be set up for slightly too much understeer. Oh, come on. Yeah, I was gonna say, there's no way I'm gonna catch that and keep it on the track. And let's try Radeon inversion. Yeah, as the reflections pop in, that looks terrible there. In a lot of games, that's a really bad shadow spot, too. ACC got it pretty good. I haven't really noticed any major graphical issues there. Except, of course, the aliasing. Oh no, I got the rear tire on the... Oh, now what are we doing? Nice grind. Oh, we're being pushed, I see. There, go. The pop-in issue might be because the reflections aren't set to the highest settings. I don't think I have it on max. I can check before I close out. On this track, I think they still have too much grip in the wet, the AI. Maybe it is track dependent then. Ooh. Wet spot. There, the road just looks like a mirror. That's probably not quite right. All the reflections in the rear view are kind of a bit wonky, too. Really wonky. This is Spa, unless of course it's Zolder. Yeah, this is a mod version. It's not terribly accurate, but I mean it's Spa, so it's better than not having a Spa. Ooh. Apart from when you forget how to drive. I think on this version, the trees and the grass and stuff actually looks pretty good. It's not too bright. Like a lot of cheaply done mods. This is indeed a spa day. It's a very wet spa day too. How about that? I don't think it shows me track temp though. Is it? Oh no, water. No, it doesn't show me track temp. I don't know what the temperature of the spa is. We're up to some spots with 99% water now. Yeah, coming out of that first to second gear, the shift is still a little bit losing the back end. But it's not the same completely undrivable issues that some of the other cars have in the wet. And this is a pretty wet track now. Yeah, you're still going too fast, though. More faster than I am. And I'm not grossly screwing anything up. They just have more grip on this one. Until I grossly screw that up. Did he go for the pass? No passing allowed. It's pretty fun in the rain. It takes a bit more concentration. Of course, it's a slower pace. You have to avoid curbs more. But it's way better than Project Cars 2 for physics-wise. You just have to remember to turn the AI down, I guess. Don't you go for it. Oh, now he has it. Unless I spin in front of him. How about this 3 wide and the T1? Oh, yes. This is the 3 wide. We're just bumping each other the whole way. They're going to be much faster through Radeon. Yeah, because if I try to go full out, it just does that. I think the track mesh isn't high poly enough there. There, now let's watch the 30 FPS replay. Spin a little bit over the hill in a second. But they slow down. And then we're 3 wide into T1. And I don't hit the guy on the right, but I do, yeah, I do go a little bit into the guy on the left. He didn't leave any space at all, and our wheels get stuck together. But he feedback sound. So we do eventually kind of make it. That's pretty cool. Just with AI. Yeah, then completely lose it. I think that's just the track mesh. Okay, good stream. Thanks for watching. Fun racing. The cars are good. They're worth not having to pay for them. It's definitely worth giving them a shot. Loading up Rfactor 2. I think you shouldn't have to go to the workshop and subscribe to them yourself if you just open the launcher. So if you just launch Rfactor 2 first, it should verify and download and update the content and stuff there, rather than you having to go to the Steam workshop. But mine didn't, so I don't know. Your mileage may vary. It's definitely worth giving a shot, though. There's some fun to be had, and they drive great. Yeah, that's it. Bye.